What's up, DC Nation? Back to another video on Justice League. Guys, this is issue number 45, and it's Cold War Part 2. And how we ended off last issue was pretty much the Justice League. They went to help out Aquaman and fight off against all these different myth creatures, pretty much all these minotaurs, all sorts of cool stuff. But then it turned out that at the end, they started fighting against each other. We're like, wait, why is Batman going against Superman for a dumb reason? He's all of a sudden he says something like, oh, you expose your identity to the world, you're causing all of us to get in trouble. I'm like, man, that's so random. But it turns out the Spectre, he showed up and he's enacting his vengeance, not on the Justice League, but he's causing them to have vengeance. So it's causing them to go against each other and be divided. Well, he just watches this play out. So we're going to figure out more about that in this issue. We actually did. We figured out a lot about why the Spectre is here, and about Jim Corrigan, where he's at, and how the Justice League will deal with this threat in this whole entire storyline. But guys, before I get into it, again, like the video, get a big thumbs up, new show, make sure you subscribe so you miss my next Justice League comic review. I do them every 2 weeks, and they're really fun. I like doing it, and I think you guys enjoy it too. I go over all the stuff that goes happens in the comic book. It's 20 pages, and sometimes it's a little bit just not that much happens, but sometimes there's a lot to unpack. And this is kind of one of those issues. So in this issue, what we see, guys, is pretty much we find out that Jim Corrigan, right? He decided to leave the Spectre. He decided to say, nope, I don't want to do it anymore. He's been seeing so much death, all this stuff go on. It's feel like forever. For the Spectre being bonded to Jim Corrigan, it feels alright, it's been just a minute, it's been not that long. But for Jim Corrigan, it feels like forever. He's been bonded to it for a lifetime. He's been seeing death, all this different stuff, and it's causing him to be he doesn't like it. You can't blame the guy. He's seen all this stuff go down, people dying, and he can't do anything about it. He just has to pretty much go by what the Spectre wants and enact vengeance. So he decided, nope, I'm gonna be down in Tartarus, just down at the deep, and I'm not gonna do this anymore. So the Spectre's just let loose. He's let loose in the world. He was stuck in Tartarus until the Justice League came. And when the Justice League pretty much took out all those myth creatures and released the Spectre, that's when now he's pretty much taking control of them. And throughout this issue, we see all these Justice League members fighting against each other. We see Batman go against Superman, which is actually really cool, guys. I really like that. And guys, the art in this issue looks amazing. This is probably some of the best art I've seen in the series. And I know you're saying, what about George Demez? What about all the other ones like Francis Manapul? They're great, they're really good, but this artwork was really good, it fit with the story very well. And guys, in the Batman-Superman fight scene, I really like this one, because honestly, who doesn't get excited for a Batman versus Superman fight? Especially in The Dark Knight Returns by Frank Miller, the first time they really had a big fight was then, and that was really cool. But seeing this issue, yeah, it was kind of just they were manipulated by the Spectre. There wasn't really a big reason for the fight, but it was just cool how the artwork conveyed it. Seeing Superman just has laser eyes just coming at Batman, Batman just using his skills to go against him. It was really cool. And then another fight that was awesome, it's probably the best one of the issue, is Aquaman and Wonder Woman. Guys, this fight was good. When you saw it, first off, the page when it starts out, right? He has his trident, it goes against Wonder Woman, and Wonder Woman fights back, and then there's a double page spread where it's a big blast. It just looks really great. It was awesome, right? Because when I was reading this, I was like, alright, this is so far a solid issue. We saw Batman vs. Superman, it's pretty good. We saw John Stewart vs. Flash. The Flash, sometimes when art, pretty much artists convey him and draw him, when he's running, it sometimes looks weird. It doesn't really look real. But here, it looks really good. It actually looks like it's going super fast at John Stewart. The tension is high. And then John Stewart just shooting with his construct just looks dope. And then after that, with the Wonder Woman and Aquaman fight, it just pretty much keeps going. And seeing all this turn out at the same time, a big page spread, and then a double page spread, and then a bunch of panels that are kind of disoriented. But it's it works with the tension, keeps the suspense up, it keeps the action going, and it's really cool. I enjoyed this, it was really cool. But then after that, we see Batman, he's the one to figure it out, which I like that it was Batman to figure it out, because if John Stewart or Superman, they figured out that the Spectre was the one that was doing this, it'd be kind of alright, how did Batman not figure that out? But no, it was actually Batman. Batman's calm down, Superman, I got this, it's fine. Alright, Spectre, show yourself. And Spectre shows up, and guys, again, Spectre is conveyed so well by the artist. It looks so cool. And then what happens is Wonder Woman's alright, reveal the truth. Why are you here? And he pretty much tells something I told you guys about. Jim Corrigan left, Now he's loose in the world, and Wonder Woman's like, alright, let's pretty much stop him. So she puts the lasso of truth around him because to pretty much get like the truth out of him. And what happens is there's like a big blast, and you see Spectre in like the mist and stuff, and it looks cool, right? It kind of reminded me of like Alex Ross, who was like pretty much the artist in like Kingdom Come, a lot of like Marvel and DC comics. It kind of reminded me of that, like the Spectre from Kingdom Come. Like, yeah, that the Spectre looked better in that, but still, like the art, like right here, guys, like really like right here, it just looks really cool, right? I really like how they did that. Cause yeah, they could just do regular Spectre, but no, doing them with the mist and stuff, it just adds like that. Alright, this is really the Spectre. Like the Spectre would do stuff like that. And guys, how the issue ends is Wonder Woman's like, alright, I know some people can help us out. And that's when they go to the Themyscirians, or I think that's how you say it, or pretty much Wonder Woman's like sisters from Themyscira, and like the Amazons. Yeah, I said that wrong, not Themyscirians, the Amazons. And she goes to them, and she's like, hey, we need help. But they're like, nope, we're not helping you. You brought men to our island to pretty much have Superman, Batman, because Wonder Woman's the only one on the team. So she's the only woman, and they feel like she's a traitor now because she brought all these men to the island, which is forbidden. So that's how that issue ends. So now they got to deal with that, and we got Spectre loose in the world, and I'm expecting probably it's going to pretty much cause everybody, like how the Justice League were divided in this issue, just like going against each other, he may cause everybody in the world to do that. If that happens, that pretty much goes into full chaos, and it's going to be awesome, right? I'm pretty excited for it. But so far, this is a great storyline, alright? Like, the last storyline with the whole, like, Eradicator and the invasion of Superman, that was fine. Like, it was a fun storyline. It was like, a nice breather from the whole cosmic stuff. But I'm happy we didn't go back to cosmic storylines. We went to a more just, it's not like a straightforward storyline. Like, yeah, you have the Spectre, you have the Justice League Divide. Like, there's some, like, complicated concepts. But it's so cool, because when was the last time we saw the Spectre pretty much manipulate the Justice League and be in a Justice League storyline? When was the last time we saw the Amazons get involved? It's just so cool, and it's written very well, and the art conveys it very well too. So like Robert Venditti, and the artist in this issue, I forgot his name, I didn't really check the name, but the artist who did in this issue, he's like fits perfectly with Robert Venditti's writing, and it just makes an awesome issue. Like, I really like this. It's better than the last issue, and it's probably the best Justice League issue since like pretty much like post Snyder. So I'm really excited for the next issue. Overall, I'm gonna give this issue a 9.2 out of 10, and really definitely recommend it, guys. You should definitely check it out. You would really like it. I honestly thought it was better than the Flash issue. Because yes, I reviewed Flash yesterday, and I expected, okay, that'll be better than the Justice League issue. Because like Justice League, it's not like a big storyline right now. It's not like, oh, Scott Snyder has it all played out. It's not like Justice Do More. It's just like, oh, it's just separate storylines. Alright, I'll review Flash, and we'll get that out of the way. We can review, I can talk about that, and I'll save Justice League for Wednesday. But man, I wish I reviewed Justice League yesterday, because this is just an awesome issue. Once I read it, I was like, man, I gotta go talk about this. And I honestly want to hear all your theories and opinions on this issue down below, right? Tell me like what you thought about this issue. What was your favorite fight? Like, my favorite was the Aquaman Wonder Woman fight. Like, I did like the Superman Batman one, but I like to know your guys' favorite fight. And what do you think about the Spectre? Like, honestly, Spectre's so awesome. I loved him in the Detective Comics two-part storyline by Q.J. Thompson, which is like 1005, 1006. It's like two-parter. It was really cool seeing Batman and Spectre interact. But in this, seeing Spectre and Justice League interact, it's just rare to see that. You don't see that much anymore in like comics. Seeing the Spectre so much in a big storyline. So it's awesome to see him back. But guys, if you like the video, give a big thumbs up on YouTube channel. Make sure to subscribe to miss my next Justice League comic review. And guys, before we close out, I'd like to know, what do you guys like better? Shorter videos or longer videos? Because I'm trying to figure it out. Because yeah, I talk a lot, I know I go over a lot of stuff. But I'd like to know, do you want like short videos that are like 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 3 or 6 minutes, or do you prefer like the more in-depth videos that are like 10 to 11 minutes or 10 to 12 minutes? You guys tell me, and I'll pretty much just like adjust from that. Like, if you guys like short videos, I'll make the videos a little shorter. If you like long videos, then I'll just keep them how they are, alright? But yeah guys, thanks for watching, and peace out.